So tell me about a time when you were really appreciated for your work and you felt really happy.
And again, there are several instances, and but this doesn't. It's not. It's pre-public service. I mean, it was public service, but I wasn't an elected official. But there was in Santa Clara. It's a lot of old history. It was founded back in 1777, and we have the Mission Church and all.
Yeah.
But this part of river of Santa Clara where I live was like undeveloped. It was orchards for the longest time. And my husband and we only bought our house in 2005. So so I didn't know too much about Santa Clara. I'm originally from New York. So, that was where I grew up. And then I went to Tampa before I got married. I lived there for 15 years and worked and had a house. And then I met my husband and I came out here. But we found our house here in Rivermark, and there was still a lot of work to be done. It was a brand new development, and there were promises that had been made and money had been set aside to build a library. Mm-hmm. And so there was money set aside. The city was going to lose the money, and so I got involved, going to city council meetings and finding out more about this library that had been proposed for a long time, and I got residents involved. I reached out to, I think you know him, our former assembly person, Bob Wachowski, and then he became our senator, and he represented Santa Clara. And I reached out to Bob and I told him what was going on because the government was trying to take the monies back. And so when I explained to him what happened, I was able to get a meeting organized and have him to be able to advocate on our behalf to the state legislature and also to the governor's office to make sure that money that was set aside for this library stayed in Santa Clara, because the county was actually going to take it away, the county of Santa Clara. So anyway, but it took about 4 years, and but it took a lot of community work, getting the community organized, getting rallies put together, working with the Library Foundation, our Santa Clara Library Foundation. It was a lot. As they say, it takes a village, and it honestly took a village. But in the end, when we got the library built, we got the red tape was cut. There was no more red tape, and the people were able to use that library. And it's coming up on the 10-year anniversary this August. I'm very proud of that. But at the same time, I mean, it's like you do things because it's the right thing to do, right, Anita? And so I did that. We had the grand opening, but then the next thing was I got a notification that I was being honored as a hero. Yeah. And so I went to Senator Wachowski's event where he honors local heroes. And I was just so proud to be there with my family, and I'm so proud to have that proclamation hanging in my office at City Hall, and to just remind me of the things that we can accomplish. It may not seem like a lot, but in the end it really was a lot, and that library is so well utilized. I mean, on average they get like 25,000 people a month visiting the library. Wow. Yeah. Which is huge. And it's not just like Santa Clara, because it's in North Santa Clara. So you have North San Jose, you have Milpitas, people from other Bay Area cities coming and using the library. And so it's one of the things that I will always be proud of. But it was me again, just taking in an initiative and going forward with it, but at the same time, it couldn't have happened without the community involvement. And by doing things like that, then it encourages people in the community to see, hey, I can do this too, or I can be involved, or I was a part of this. And so it gives people that ability to feel good, to get that happiness factor going, that, hey, I did something for my community. And even the kids were a part of it. And so those kinds of things, I mean, it's something that I will always be proud of. And I'm just grateful that, it was a long, time promise, I guess you could say. And it finally came to fruition.
That's nice. That's so amazing. And also library, I feel, is so much needed because anyone can go and like read a book and get some knowledge, right? Maybe I'll check it out one of the days. I read a lot, but mostly nowadays online.
Good
Actually,